Hello and welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a mental health counselor. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. Guys, I would like to welcome you all back to my mental health and crime channel. For those of you all who are new, welcome. And for my family supporters in my channel, I would really like to thank you all for all your support and for all your kindness, for all the lovely comments I get downstairs in my channel. For most of my subscribers, I love the conversations we have, and I really enjoy that we are so respectful to each other. We share each other's opinions without being unpleasant or unkind to each other. I love the fact I really believe in the quote, we can agree to disagree. So I really enjoy the respectful, decent, kind people that I have in my channel. Even the people that we do not share maybe the same opinions, they are really respectful, they have beautiful ideas, very interesting and thoughtful ideas. So I really enjoy that. Thank you guys, thank you subscribers for helping me to spread awareness, which I really appreciate a lot. One of the main reasons I started this channel was to spread awareness for missing victims, people who do not have a voice of their own, and to spread mental health awareness. To start with, here in London, it has been humid. We've had severe heat waves since yesterday. We seem to be getting summer a bit late, but it hasn't been easy. It doesn't help with or without air conditioner. It's just that it's just humid. There's no air. But then human beings, we complain when it's summer, and we complain when it's winter too. Can't say much besides heat waves. Guys, I would like to start by first catching up on the case of Summer Moon Utewels. 2 days ago was Summer Moon Utewels' 1 year missing anniversary. It is shocking and it's sad that it's been a year since Candice Bly and Donna Wells reported Summer missing. There hasn't been any new leads, as we are aware. Besides gossip, false information, rumors, arguing, trolling each other, cussing each other, being unprofessional to each other, towards each other. It's just been a complete chaos. That is the reason I haven't been on this channel much, because I've been just working, and when I come from work I just watch replays, and I just watch some of the virals, some of the Vigil prayer meetings that were going on for summer. I was seeing a couple of channels really criticizing Timmy and the people who are doing the prayers for summer, and I really find that to be disrespectful, because this is the time we're supposed to come together for summer's sake. We're supposed to be the voices of Summer Moon Utewels, but when people decide to be disrespectful to each other and try to take the attention of Summer's case and it becomes more about them, then it becomes sad. Because everyone has the right to do whatever they feel like in their channel. Definitely, including me. But then it always depends on the purpose we open the channel for. Like I said from the start, my channel is completely for awareness, especially mental health awareness. That's the reason I put in a lot of clips of police integrations, especially with people who have mental health illness and antisocial personality disorder, bipolar, such things, psychosis episodes that leads into horrific crimes. But I do put in all the missing cases, especially children. I try and put in new updates, anything with awareness. It doesn't just have to be with missing children. I was really heartbroken yesterday when I was watching the replays of the prayer meetings that was going on in Tennessee for Summer Moon Wells. And I found it really sad that some people just took it upon themselves to criticize the people who are doing the prayer meetings. I don't think that is right at all. Guys, let's not forget that before we joined this case happened in Tennessee. The people that were mostly in the prayer meetings, like Timmy and Robin, are people that Summer knew. They're people that Summer knew. They're people that Summer loved, like Robin. We all love Summer, and it's hard for us not knowing where Summer is. Especially most of us who are parents. It hurts even more. But now let's imagine how hurtful it is for Timmy and Robin and the people who knew Summer the most. They are grieving. They're going through bereavement. That's part of actually counseling. In counseling, we say that never assume. In counseling, we say that be very mindful of what comes out of our mouth. Because we don't know how it sounds to the receiving party. Whenever we say something about a case or about someone, we should bear in mind that this can sometimes lead into mental health illnesses for these people. That is the reason I stopped for a very long time ago to talk about Jody Sue Brown. I spoke a bit about Jody Sue Brown actually in January and February, early this year, and I kept it to a limit. I just spoke about what I believe about Jody Sue Brown, and I still stand for what I say. I do not believe that Jody Sue Brown is telling us the truth. She's hiding something. And especially when the sheriff and the TBI do not believe of the screams, Jody Sue Brown. It's not that they don't believe the screams, it's just that they don't believe it's related to Summer Moon Wells' case. Then it makes me start asking myself many questions. Because let's be honest. The sheriff and TBI are the people with the skills. That is their department in law enforcement. And once the sheriff is in doubt and the TBI is in doubt, that makes you a suspect. according to me. That makes you a person of interest. Jody Sue's story has never made sense from the start. And this is what I really wanted to talk about. Guys, I don't know if you'll remember, a couple of months ago, Jody Sue was collecting money. It was around Christmas, before Christmas, she was collecting money for Summer's brothers, allegedly. And if that was what she was doing, then Jody Sue, respect to you, that's a beautiful thing to do. But recently I was sitting and thinking about all the times, or most of the times, that Jody Sue appeared in all the different live streams. And then I remembered the day, I don't know guys, please leave it in the comments. Do y'all remember the day Jody Sue, it went on for a period of time that Jody Sue Brown said that she's gathering money. People were throwing out super chats and donations. I was even one of them. I remember clearly she said that her son, her 19-year-old son, was having a hard time and people were harassing him and bothering him. This was before anyone spoke about Jody Sue and her children. She said she was gathering money so that she could send her son off to live somewhere. Even those times when she said that, I found that a bit interesting. A bit of a red flag for me, I'll be honest. But I didn't think much of it then. I laid it to rest. Then I started remembering it again recently. The reason I remembered it, I started thinking about it more, is because 2 months ago, many channels and many people were discussing if Jody Sue's 19-year-old son could have been involved, that he was seen in the woods, allegedly. Guys, to start with, this is for entertainment purpose only. So it started all making sense to me, because I was thinking to myself, why would you want your son to move away from you in such a vulnerable time when someone's missing, when it will look odd, when it will look like it's full of red flags, honestly. I don't know what happened and we don't know what happened, but our son decided to stay. So for me, that's a bit of a red flag. I'm not saying that her son did anything, but I'm just wondering, why was Jody Sue gathering money to send her son away? Why not her daughter? Why not herself, furthermore? Then you had Jody Sue talking about, she was basically talking about 1 day or 2 days before Summer was missing, Summer Muluti Wells, the 5-year-old girl from Tennessee. For anyone watching this stream and who isn't aware about beautiful little Summer, precious little Summer, 5-year-old girl who was missing from Rogersville, Tennessee, Hawkins County on the 15th of June, 2021 at 6:30 in the evening. Candice Wells, the mother, called law enforcement and reported her missing. That's another thing I wanted to speak about, because in many clips, Don says that he was sure it was 5:30. He said that in the behavior panel. Please like and share, subscribe to them. He said that to Molly Golightly, please like, share, and subscribe to her too. He's been saying that in a couple of interviews. For me, it's a bit strange that he's stuck with 5:30. And I don't know, just the way I think as a mental health counselor, honestly, this is my opinion only. It's never sat right to me, the 5:30 and the 6:30. Because you could make a mistake once, I believe, by saying 5:30. And then you get corrected and you find out no, it was 6:30, it wasn't 5:30. Don said that TBI reminded him, according to him allegedly, or law enforcement, and they told him that it was 6:30, not 5:30. Then he said that in the behavior planner. Then he said it in Molly Golightly. He said it many times. And in Molly Golightly's channel, he said, I was really sure that it was 5:30. That's what he said. So the question I wonder is, what happened at 5:30, Don? Don Wells, if you're hearing, what happened at 5:30 on the 15th of June, 2021? Why are you stuck with 5:30 if Candice and the TBI and all are saying 6:30? I'm just wondering, was it maybe 5:30 that Don was waiting in the dog trail so that he could snatch someone and put her in a car? And what makes Don Wells think that she was put in a vehicle? He insists on two things that I've heard him say constantly. The dog trail, that Summer was snatched from the basement, put in a vehicle. Candice says she was lured and taken far away. And the abduction theory. And then you have the 5:30. For some reason, Dawn's timeline has stopped at 5:30. Candice at 6:30. So is there miscalculation between these two people? I think we need to look deeper into the 5:30, because that's not a theory. That is from Don Wells' own mouth. I usually go after facts, evidence. I never try to add speculations into the timeline. I stick to the timeline, honestly. But then I do ask myself questions. Like, could this be possible, or could that be possible? And the reason that I speculate at times is because I speculate from the hints that I get from Dawn and Candice. I've been thinking a lot recently, and I'm starting to believe that these two parents are really involved. It can't be an abduction. I like the new theory that they put out there, that Summer could have wandered off and an animal could have eaten or something, God forbid. I don't believe in that theory. The reason that I don't believe in that theory is because as a mental health counselor, I do active listening. And in my active listening, and in all of us active listening, if you watch each and every interview of Don Wells, he himself says, and so does Candice, Summer would never wander off. Now you got that clear from Candice and Don's mouth. Then you hear Candice telling Chris McDonough, like, share, and subscribe to him. He's excellent. It's because of Chris we have these interviews to go further. Thank you, Chris. You hear Candice telling Chris when she's standing near the water hole, the swimming hole, she says that Summer would never leave. She would just run. That's exactly what she said. She would just run from a swing to her grandmother's trailer and then back to the house. So Candice has actually told us, she's miscontradicted herself. Candice has clearly told us that Summer did not need to ask for permission. Those three places, the swing, Grandma's trailer, and Summer's residence or property. Those were the three places Summer would go around barefoot. So that's the reason I always said, could something have happened in the swing? Then you have Dawn mentioning in many, many clips, even to Voices Behind the Wall. Share, please like, share, and subscribe to Mr. and Mrs. Share for the wonderful interviews they've done with Don. He tells them, Don says exactly the same thing that Summer would never wander off. He says to Molly Golightly that it was 5:30. He said to the behavior panel it was 5:30. I really hope the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and Sheriff Ronnie look into the 5:30 theory, because that is something that Don has said several times. So there is something there. Something happened at 5:30. Another thing, guys, if you watch the clip with Molly Golightly and Laura, I believe, and Don, it's in it. I took a small bit of it so that you all could hear what Don is saying. Candace says clearly when the camera goes off. Don says, I have to go off, and Candace doesn't understand we're live and she's drunk. You remember, just watch that clip. Don says, you will see clearly that Don talks about Starlink. That's the time he says, I have 7 alibis. Candace has none. He says, I have 7 alibis. Candace has none. She's going down. As soon as he said that, and when they went off air, they thought they went off air. He keeps on coming back, and they're arguing, and they're having their obviously domestic violence in the Molly Golightly skit. And you can see that Don has a serious black eye. As soon as he says Starlink, and he says, I have 7 alibis, so he means Starlink is one of his 7 alibis. And when they go off, they think they're off air, and Candy says, she starts smacking Don. You can hear the noise in the background. And then she tells Don, what are you saying about Starlink and all? Are you trying to sear me in the pot? Please listen to that properly. And that has never sat right with me. I have 7 alibis. Candace has none. She's gone down. Unless Don did something with Summer, God forbid, and he wants to blame Candace for it. Unless Don knows that Candace did something to Summer. And then Don talks about the resurrection again, saying that he would meet Summer in the resurrection. He says it to the voices behind the wall. And that interview, that little clip is downstairs too, because it's really important, for me at least. You hear him clearly saying that. It seems like, I hate to say it, this was all pre-planned. Before, for many months, I used to believe it was an accident, but now I'm starting to believe more like it's a human trafficking.